Hi there. So this is the video you've been waiting for, my sea glass collection. What I consider my special pieces. And I just gave you an overview of what's on my table. And I hope you enjoy the rest of this video because I'm going to show you the pieces one by one. They're really unique, and I hope this works. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this little guy. Now I found this little guy, and when I found him and picked him up, I'm using this card to help focus. When I found him and picked him up, I yelled to my friends, "Hey, I found an owl." And this is a piece of sea glass, but don't you think it looks like an owl? I do, from side on. It's even got the little beak. See that? And it is a piece of sea glass. I'll show you. I have my flashlights with me. And look at that. He's green. He is green sea glass. I wonder if I do this. Green sea glass. That is so cool. Yeah, I yelled out to my friends, "Hey, I found an owl." Another beautiful piece here. It was springtime. My niece and I were going sea glassing, and it was our first trip to one of the beaches that we like to go to. And as we were walking the rocks, I spotted this under a big rock. I don't know. It is like a lion's paw from a statue, or a dog's paw from a statue. It's even got the dew claw, and it's beautiful. It's got enough worn on it to make it sea glass, but you can still see like the hair marks on it, and that was exciting that day. I also have, one day I was walking the beach, and you don't have to, sometimes you don't have to look very far to find really nice sea glass. This piece just blew me away. And I was walking along, and it was sitting on top of the moss. It was just moss, and this was sitting on it. The sun was shining on it, and I couldn't believe what I had found. I think it's a topper to something, because it's got the little nub there at the top, right here, where something was broken off. But look at the size of it. And that was just sitting on top of, the seaweed. Isn't it a beautiful piece? Very special piece to me. And I will also show you, I have a jar of these. These are pieces of pottery. This one's pretty special because you don't usually see purple. And oops. And this one has purple both sides. Now it's my understanding that if it has pattern, if you find pieces with pattern on both sides, it's not as old as the pattern pieces that have only one side. And of course, I have a fistful of stoppers These are hard to find here. I'm just going to do one, I think. Let's do the purple one. These are hard to find. Here, some places they find stoppers all the time, and I'm so envious. But occasionally you find them here, and this is a little purple one. Probably was white initially, and the sun will turn white purple over time. And that's a very faint purple, so I'm thinking that is sun purple. Here's another color that's you usually find here, and it's the blue. And I also have one, this is pretty cool. This poor little fellow, he got burnt up. So he was probably in a bonfire, or I don't know, maybe I found him near the old dump that we have here. And the old dump is hard to get to. You can only get to it in the spring when the tides are super low. But that's a piece of bonfire, but it's a stopper. I also find some tops of stoppers with no bottoms. Oops. And there's one, just a white one. And this was a recent one, a blue one. These, and then you might find the stoppers, and then the next time you go, you might find the stems. It's a brown stem, but I don't have a brown stopper. There's your blue stem. And a little white stem. And let's see here. These pieces here have an interesting story. There's two blue pieces. They're not well worn, but I was at my beach one day, last summer I think it was, and there was 3 young people there traveling in a van. Really cool young people. I love them when they're themselves, you know, the dreadlocks and the tattoos and the piercings. Those are my favorite people. And they were picking a bit of sea glass and traveling. They were down to Mexico and come up the west coast of the United States and stopped at the beach, the glass beach in Fort Bragg. And they gifted me these 2 pieces of blue that they picked up at Fort Bragg. So those are very, very special to me. And of course, marbles. I've got one marble here, this big one. And it is the shooter. And it's got lovely indents in it. It reminds me of the moon. The day I found this marble, I found a second one a mere inch or 2 away from it. That was below the lighthouse here in Surrey. Now this is the tiniest one I've ever found. And it was rolling around in the water. So, and it's a clear one. So it's probably a cod bottle marble from one of them. How I saw it, I have no idea. But my sea glass friends do call me Hawkeye, because I can spot things like crazy. And I do have a pretty brown one. That would be a cod bottle marble too. Is it this one? Okay, this red one. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna try and do it like this. This red one is really interesting because I'm going to shine my black light on it, and hopefully you will be able to see. There's a bit of glow there. See that? Too purple. There's a glow there, and that's manganese in the stone. Pretty cool. It's a red stone, more of an orange marble, I guess, but it has manganese in it. And you can see that so clearly at night. It is bright here today, even though it's a cloudy day and snowing. But how can I focus this so you can see it? I'm so sorry. I need a third hand. All mothers say that. And I've also found coins. Dimes, nickels. This nickel, this is a 5-cent piece, 1924. It will soon be 100 years old, and I would like to get it made into a pendant for my grandson. 5-cent piece. Now I did find, I don't have it with me at the time, my brother has it right now. It's another coin I found, and it was a Newfoundland coin, and I couldn't get the date totally. It was 18 something, so it was before Newfoundland became part of Canada. It was when it was a dominion. It was on its own. So how that coin got to Surrey, if it could tell a story, wouldn't it be interesting? But my brother has it right at the moment. He also has my brass lock, a big brass padlock that I found one day and cleaned up. And if there's any way possible, and that's from the 1800s as well, and if there's any way possible, I will try to add photos of those. I do have photos of those, but I'm just learning, of course, how to edit. But I'm just showing you my special pieces here today. I have lots of buttons. That one is a seashell button. I was really happy to pick that one up. And look at the pattern on this one. Can you see the pattern? Will it focus? There we go. Very cool button. There's the back of it. And when you shine a light through it, it is a purple button. This is another old button. It's a glass button. You can tell from the shine on the back where it's been chipped off, and there's the little metal hoop that it was sewn onto material with. Oops. And other like little white buttons as well. Here's an interesting piece. I think I'm going to hold it with my hand. If I can get that to focus. Can you tell me what that is? If you look at it closely, that is the piece off of, do you remember those old thermometers with the mercury in them? That's what that is off of. It's got the white stripe there. Really interesting. Very cool find. And let's see what else here. I have kick-ups. I love my kick-ups. I'll use this. Love my kick-ups when I find them. Is that gonna beautiful green kick up. And here's a huge one. Those are out of really old bottles when you get the kick ups. There's another big one. And this one is a little flatter. But it's there. And I have this little one here, and I believe by the shape of it, it's flat on one side, and I think that was at one point a kick up. Other pieces that I've, let's see, what else have I got here that's really interesting. I love finding white, the clear pieces with pattern on them. That was a dish we used to make fun of when we found dishes and stuff like this, that it was from the Titanic, but obviously it wasn't. But there's that one, and what else? There's others here. Look at this pretty one. Oh, bumped your nose. And then we have, this one is a soft purple. And if it will focus, you can see the pattern. If I can get it to focus, maybe I can't. But there's a beautiful pattern on that. Oh, there we go. I should be holding these stuff towards the light. Huge, huge, thick piece of purple, and look at the pattern on that. These are just pieces I think are special. Now this piece, I found this year 2 pieces like this. The other piece I gave to my niece to put in the coffee table I gave her. But this one I want to show you with the black light. She glows green. Let's see if I can do it like this. Green. So that's uranium glass. And that would be pre-Second World War. Uranium glass would be considered was used. It would be a depression glass. And when the Second World War broke out, all uranium was confiscated for the war effort. I have this little bottle of them too. And there, they glow too. Little pieces I find. Now there was one evening, and I want to do it again. There was one evening one summer, a couple of friends of mine and I went to the beach, special little cove, and we stayed there till after dark. We built a bonfire and made hamburgers, and we had some pop with us, and it was delicious. Hamburgers and hot dogs, waiting for the sun to go down. And then we searched the beach with our black lights. And man, oh man, does the uranium glass glow with glow then. It's so much easier to find. I also have a fistful of it here. 2 fistfuls. I don't know. You can see because of the, I'm gonna try, I'll pick out a few pieces I think glow really well. See if that helps. See? And these are uranium glass. I have a pile of it in a special dish. Another favorite of mine is my sea glass ring I found. I did a little video of that. And I love rings. But this is my Ariel ring. And it's the top of a bottle is what it is. But that is the cutest little thing, isn't it? Yep, sea glass ring. What else have I got here? I've got some little pieces of clay pipe. You can see the hole there on each end. Little pieces of clay pipe. I've got 3, 4. Lots of handles. These are handles off of bottles. Here's a green one I'll show you with the card. See if I can get it to focus. Very cool pieces. Pieces like this, I love. So thick. You can't see the color through them. Put it on a flashlight and it's green. And you can't, there's times I take pieces home because I don't know if it's a stone or a piece of sea glass. That one, this one here, like you can hold this one up to the window and you can't see through it. But you hold it here and you can tell that it's green. Another green one. And then we have our beautiful blues.